Good morning and welcome to another exciting edition of Day 4 with the man Frank Scalish. Day 4, number 224.
We are moving, baby. We are moving.
I was not expecting. We got a lot to talk about today. We have an announcement. We have potentially multiple giveaways. We have a new color drop. We're going to get through all the stuff right there in the first couple minutes of the show. And then we're going to dive into blood moons, super moons, fishing in blizzards, lake effects. So we got all sorts of stuff. We got stories. We got fishing stuff. We got a lot of stuff going on. But I also not expecting first thing to wake up this morning. I go like a month or two without an energy drink, and then I'll wake up and it's bad. It's like they put like addictive characteristics in the Fiji apple and ginger winter blend of the Red Bull. So I walk outside like 2 inches of snow in Shawnee, Oklahoma, Frank.
Outstanding. My heart does not even, I don't even care. It took me 2 hours to shovel my driveway the other day. My driveway's about, what do you think it is? About 35 yards long from street.
Yeah, it's a legit driveway. So it's like, think of like old school neighborhood, lined with the big trees, and then it's not like those ones where the houses are right up on the street. Like, you got your driveway up there, so you've got also a little bit of a hill that you have to shovel up or down. Yeah,
2.5 hours. I'm like, this is BS. Actually, I said a lot more than that, but
yeah. When was the last time you drank a Red Bull, Uncle Frank? Like just cracked open a Red Bull and hit the lake? I would imagine it would have to have been during jet ski season.
It was one time in my life a bunch of years ago when it first came out, and I never touched one since.
Got you loaded to the cork.
Oh, dude, I was a mess. Yeah, it affects me in a way that I was a mess. And so I stay away from all energy drinks, no matter who makes them. I don't care what they claim. I don't put an energy drink in my body. My energy drink is black coffee.
So I feel like they know when people know it's time to like kick the habit, and that's when they come out with the new flavor. And then you're like, oh, well,
you gotta try it.
Gotta try it. So
you gotta have it.
This Fuji apple and ginger. I mean, it just gets me ready for day 4,
the holiday season.
It's so good. All right.
Well, I love ginger, so yeah, I could imagine. I can imagine.
Let's get right into it. The biggest thing 2 weeks ago there, we were pleading with the audience. Day 4 and BTL listeners to vote for BTL for the best podcast in the Best on Tour awards. They had 19 categories there. We were up against some stiff competition with Mercer and Bass After Dark.
Yeah, good competition too. Good guy.
And last night, so here's what we did. We sweetened the pot, which I think was legal. There was nothing that said that we couldn't sweeten the pot. So I think put it on, hey, if we won, we would give away 3 $50 codes to Lurenet.com.
Yeah, today.
So I guess let me see if I can queue up the section there, just so if you guys didn't have a chance to watch it. This was on the Best on Tour YouTube channel.
I know it's there.
All right, we can see it. Hopefully we can hear it.
Next up, we have the best bass fishing podcasts. The finalists were Bass Talk Live, Mercer, and Bass After Dark.
And the winner is
Bass Talk Live.
Bass Talk Live received the 2025 Best on Tour Award for Best Bass Fishing Podcast.
Outstanding. He is so mellow. He's so mellow.
Yeah, Dave is mellow. So we won. We are the podcast champions, Frank.
Of the world.
I knew we'd get you to sing eventually on here. Yeah, there was a doubt that that BTL was going to win because Mercer has the whole Canada behind him. Bass After Dark with Ken Duke puts in a lot of work there.
Oh yeah.
I think what carried BTL was the fact that I do a show every day, and the fact that we have the most educated, dedicated, and loyal listener and viewer base in the game, bar none.
Agreed. I 100,000% agree with that.
So the way we sweetened the pot was we said we had 3 Lurenet codes, but we got a lot of people that listen to this on iTunes, Frank, and we got a lot of people that listen to the replays on YouTube. But I also want to reward those diehards who are with us every single day live. So in the tradition of me still not knowing how to do the randomizer for the comments throughout today's show, and I didn't even announce this in the pre because I didn't want people in here that were just trying to get their grubby little hands on a $50 gift card without being true Day 4 fans. As the comments are scrolling at the end of the show today, if you've left a comment, unless it's a spam comment, if it's just like, like W enter. I mean, I'm all about W's in the chat, but W's add, like, it's got to be like like you have to be adding something to the show with the comment, right?
Correct. Agreed.
Or if it's a hearty congratulations, we'll also pick that one. I mean, come on. But that'll be an instant $50 card. And then the next 2, we will not be doing a live show next week because I will be at Lake Bacharach in Mexico. But the 18th of December, we will then pick 1 comment from this show, YouTube comment from this show, and we will also pick 1 screen name if you leave a comment between December 4th and December 17th, 2025. If you rank and leave a review on iTunes, if you have not left a review yet, we will also pick 1 of those just based on your screen name on that. Now, if you have left a review, you can email a show idea to matt@basszone.com like we've done in the past, and I'll have your email on it, and I will group the iTunes reviews and the show ideas in the email together, and then we'll do a $50 gift, $50 code for Lurenet for that. I know you're wanting to say something, but let me get through this thought. A $50 code for that, and then a $50 code for the YouTube comment, and then a $50 code for the live viewers today.
Okay, so that's all I was going to say. Is so we're going to do live viewer, YouTube viewer, and then
Spotify's the same thing. It all goes all the reviews like get grouped together, I believe.
Perfect. I like it.
So,
and we'll have more gift cards coming out down the road. We're gonna reward you guys as we go.
Yeah.
So that's the good part.
Yeah. But thank you, Frank. You're a big part of BTL, and hopefully will continue to be a big part of BTL, even a bigger part as we move into a new year. Yeah, I would like to, the goal, I am looking forward to planning the 500th show with you, Frank.
Yeah, dude, we're going to do something absolutely off the hook if I live that long.
That's not that many years.
That's good. I'm happy about that.
Okay, the next big news, and you could see in the new thumbnail for the show, is Frank, the floor is yours, but there's a new bandit in town. But I don't think it'll be in town very long, but it's currently in town right now.
Yeah, so there's a brand new signature series out, Bandit 200. The color is called Blue Truce Orange, and I don't have a physical copy of the Bandit 200, but I have my original paint job, which I painted on a Norman DD22, so I could show it to you. This color is super sweet. I don't know if you're ever going to be able to. There we go. So This color is super sweet. So I'm going to just show you the color and then I'm going to talk about it. Whoops. Whoa, where the heck am I going? All right. So it's called Blue Truce Orange. So it's a chartreuse back. It's got blue pearl on it. I got a gray cheekbone, a gray cheek on it with pearl over the gray cheek. And then I've got a little bit of bone underneath the lateral line with dark gray, and it's got an orange and white pearl belly. So understanding this color, basically you have to understand how the bass sees it. Okay. So chartreuse to a bass is very bright white. Point number 2, bass see contrast extremely well, and pearls offer a lifelike appearance even in hot fluorescent colors. So understanding that is the reason that I designed this color, because I have this pearled chartreuse. I got the blue pearl on the shoulders. I have the contrasting lateral line here, and then the contrasting cheekbones here with the spot of orange pearl on the belly. This color works in clear water as well as off colored and dirty water. The bass in clear water will see this color from a far distance away. So you can pique their curiosity. The clearer the water, the farther they can see, obviously, and then you could get their interest from a greater distance. In off-colored water, this thing glows like a light bulb. So it gives the bass an easy target, close range target. They can't see very far. They can see that thing. So in reality, this color really appeals to all the sight triggers of a bass. You have the high visibility of the chartreuse back combined with the contrasting lateral line and orange chin. These are very high triggering characteristics. I think what's going to surprise you is how effective this color is in all water conditions. That's why I designed it. Now, I have a confession to make.
So do I. I would like yours first.
I originally designed this bait to be part of the Norman lineup, and they liked it so much they wanted to put it in a signature series. That's why I did it on a DD22. I didn't argue with the fact that they were going to put it in a 200 Bandit, because the 200 Bandit's a fish catching machine. Anybody in my era, when I started fishing Bassmasters, if you didn't have 200 Bandits in your boat, you weren't really fishing. So that's how this color came about. Wow.
That looks good.
That's a lot in a short amount of time.
Would you like my confession?
Yeah.
While you were bloviating about the bait, I went on and ordered some. And I used the capital BTL 25 discount code. I have never done that actually during the show before, but I'm
so glad you did. I did mine before we even got on this.
I love the signature on it, and it just gives me badass vibes. It's numbered 1 to 600. Yeah, I dig that one, dude.
Yeah, I do too. I do too a lot.
Like I said, use that capital BTL 25. Basically, it helps mitigate the shipping.
Yeah, I mean, the reality of it is that it gives it keeps the sponsor drive alive.
Yeah.
For the show, which is good, which is really good. But yeah, it was funny because I do these colors, you guys. I don't know if you understand, but I gotta be 1 to 3 years ahead.
So you've been sitting on this one for a hot minute.
Yeah, when did I do this one? I did this one in 2024.
Yeah, so in the pictures, you can tell, like, from the original, that is, I believe, from what I've seen, that's more what it looks like in person. This is definitely, there's some like that's just brilliantized through the pictures, right?
Yeah.
Like a little bit of they just made it, I don't know, there's that little slider on your phone where you can like make your face like normal color or bright orange.
Yeah, it's
where it looks like you've been fishing at a nuclear plant.
Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. But
designed by Frank Scalish, The Science of Bass Vision, the Bandit 200 and Blue Truce Orange is not just another bright crankbait. It is a calculated tool designed by renowned lure artist Frank Scalish, part of the exclusive Signature series. This colorway targets the specific biological sight triggers of bass by combining high-vis chartreuse, a pearl base, and high-contrast detailing. Scalish has created a crankbait that excels in both clear and dirty water by manipulating how predator fish perceive light and contrast. Someone at Lurenet learned how to use ChatGPT.
Yeah. Well, what I did was, I guess it's full of freaking confessions, right? So I usually write.
Wait, did you write this?
No, I write why I do the color.
Okay.
That's what I write.
You either have like a Pulitzer Prize winner over there at Lurenet who's writing descriptions, or I might be a little ChatGPT biased because I literally just downloaded it last night for the very first time.
Really? I don't even use it. I don't even look at it.
It's pretty wild. So the first thing I did was like
that's what I did.
I tried to generate an image, Frank.
Oh God.
And the image that I ended up generating,
I'm afraid,
was this is pretty funny. Out of anything, and this is like 18 renditions later, I generated a happy angler with a trophy bass in Gaylord Memorial Stadium showing it off in the OU Stadium. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So that's what I started with. This was the image that I started with.
What?
And then it went to this. and then it ended up with this.
Oh my gosh, dude. You're gonna waste a whole lot of time sitting in front of your computer, buddy.
Well, it's just on your phone. That's the crazy part.
Wow. Yeah, I don't do it. I don't do it.
No, that's a badass color, Frank.
Well, shoot.
To me, that's the top 5. I know that. I don't know. I don't think you can compare this. How do you compare? Let's talk about that for a second, Frank. In your mind, if you were to rank, compare color schemes, you've got like this kind of a little bit abstract stuff. You've got the very realistic craws. Yeah. You've got the pearls and the bait fish. Like, as a creator, as a lure designer, what kind of categories would you put crankbait painting in? And then how would you rank them in? Does that make sense?
Wow.
Like, I feel like this is really hard to compare to
like
a St. Clair craw.
Right. So what I do is I have, and here it's funny because I pretty much paint crankbaits like I fish crankbaits. So I have what I call natural patterns, which are almost duplicates of what they find in nature. Then I have what I call hot patterns, which I take the natural patterns and I add fluorescence to them in certain ways to keep them semi-natural, semi-hot. And then I have what I call hot patterns that don't really represent anything in nature, but I use the fluorescence and the pearls to keep it so in the water it looks real, but it's really it's just a really hot pattern like this one. It's just fluorescence and pearls. And so those are my 3 categories, and I store my crankbaits as such. So I have my naturals, I have my hot naturals, and then I have just my plain hot colors. That's how I do it. To pick a favorite, it's almost impossible for me to pick a favorite because I fish these things Here, I'm going to show you something. I unloaded my boat.
Show me what you were showing before.
I unloaded my boat. No. I unloaded my boat and took all the tackle out of my boat.
Oh, this is a funny picture.
And I have a little shelves in my basement where I put all this stuff. And then I realized after I did all this, because I do this every winter, I carry way too much effing tackle in my boat. So this is what came out of my boat.
Every single thing in that picture was in your boat. That is a 3.
With the exception of this little section right there.
So that is a 3 shelf unit. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 4, 24, 48, 72. There's about 90 3600s, 5 or 6 soft plastic boxes, some 3700 deeps, and all that is in the boat.
So out of all of that you see, 22 of them are hard baits.
You carry 22 boxes of hard baits in your boat on just the average day, Frank?
Yeah, I'm a nut. And so I have to, because here's what I do, okay? Everything I paint, I fish with. So I have to stop. No wonder I need a 5-blade. You're right. I couldn't even get on plane without it. So everything I paint, I fish with. And then because that gives me ideas for other colors. If I see something in the water and I like the way part of a bait looks and I like the way part of another bait looks, I'll make another bait and combine the two. And so that's what I do. And I don't know what water conditions I'm going to be in. So that's why I carry them all, because if I'm in dirty water, then I'm going to like, oh, I think this one would be outstanding in the dirty water, and I throw it and fish it. And then I go, man, if I only tweaked out this color more. And so that's what I do, but I have to put myself in check, because I can't carry that kind of tackle anymore.
Why? Does it make you happy?
It's frustrating, Matt, because
it's frustrating to carry it, or does it make you happy to know that you have everything and it is?
Well,
like if it makes you happy, like who are you hurting by carrying that much tackle, Frank?
Well, nobody, because it does.
Okay.
Because
then
I
carry
know
that much tackle. Screw it. If that's what you want in the boat, if that keeps you from being, oh man, I might need this or that. Yeah. It's not like you're losing money by going any slower. It's so organized. You know where everything is. There's a reason 100%. That it's in the boat for it. So keep that much tackle in the boat. Who gives a damn?
Oh, do I owe you money for therapy now?
No, but I mean, am I right or am I wrong? Like, I feel like if I carried that much tackle, I would be like, okay, listen, is this impacting my performance on the water because I'm thinking about too many baits in a tournament? Am I losing time because of speed, because of organization? Am I trying to compensate for my inability to catch fish by overcompensating with putting things that I think might catch fish? You see what I'm saying? But I'm still like heavy in the tournament. You're not in the tournament game. You're designing baits. You're painting baits.
Right.
Carry all the damn stuff. Who cares?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's true. It's just frustrates me because I'm a minimalist, even though it doesn't look like it. Like when I fished on tour, I didn't carry this much tackle, and I had everything I needed, and I narrowed it down. And so it was really easy. And the weird thing about it is that, like, I don't have room for rain gear for anything in my boat now. And so what I want to do is I'm going to try to, this winter, I'm going to try to start condensing down and getting back to where I was when I competed, because I felt that it was easier. It was easier to load and unload. It was easier to just manage my tackle. Because see here, okay, so here, we're going way off the rope here. But so when I competed full time, I had all the tackle in the bed of my truck.
Yep.
In 36, 37s and the big deep 3,800 boxes, all lined up in the bed of my truck, all labeled, all the hard baits. None of them had hooks on. All the soft plastics were in their original packaging, and everything was labeled. Everything was normal. In my boat, I'd have 3 crankbaits of every color that I was throwing. If I lost one during the day, I'd go to my truck and replace it. When I got home, I would go to the basement, pull one off the shelf, and replace the one I took out of the truck. So I worked an inventory system between my stock in the basement, stock in the truck, stock in the boat. And it was way more convenient because I could literally load and unload my boat in a matter of minutes.
Well, make the same thing at your house.
I'm going to do that, but the problem is, it's all these things I paint. I have hundreds of baits, dude, that I paint. Like I've got some painted up to 2028, 2029 already, and I'm fishing them now. And so when I get a home runner, then I paint them for myself to have a bulk supply. You know what I mean? So it's ludicrous. And I feel like I'm almost going down the wormhole of a creative guy. And,
well, you are a creative guy. You
yeah,
literally that's literally your job title, Frank. You create content on day 4, you create baits, you create paint colors like on your headstone, it'll say Frank was a creative guy.
Yeah, he's a creative guy. So I'm just like I open up my compartment lids and it's everything's labeled. Everything is 100%.
It doesn't stress you out when you open up your compartment lids. You're not on the water going, where is that damn jerkbait? Because you carry too many.
No.
Then carry it.
Yeah, I mean, I have 5 jerkbait boxes. It's crazy.
I've seen a couple people that have pointed this out. Flashpoint, Rogue, Perfect 10. I mean, are we off base on that being a legitimately badass jerkbait color, Frank?
Yeah, 100%. It would be a smallmouth crusher is what it would be. Yeah, so that's the other part of the thing, you know what I mean? If a color goes into the signature series, it doesn't show up anywhere else.
Yeah.
Where I would like to see that on a jerkbait in a big fluffy way.
Well, you're a creator. You could maybe have that in your jerkbait. But...
Well, I do.
If you can't tell, folks, I'll say it. Frank is disappointed that this didn't go into the regular run. That's how much he loves this color.
That's how much I
anybody at Lurenet or Pradco watching this, send me the email. I'm the one who said it, not Frank.
Yeah, and I have 3 variations.
Look at him wringing his hands, folks.
I know. Oh God. Well, because what's in here doesn't always translate to what actually is out there. But yeah, I mean, I like having all the stuff in my boat because any situation I encounter, I have it. I don't ever have to worry about not having it. My biggest pet peeve, this is gonna be wild. So my biggest pet peeve is fishing out of someone else's boat. And Frankie will.
I didn't realize that you fish out of my boat flawlessly.
Yeah, but we narrow it down to we only need to bring this.
I guess you do bring an entire truck of tackle and then you bring it in and you do ask a lot of questions like, what are we doing today? Is there a chance we'll bass fish? Are we going crappie fishing? What do I need for this? What kind of lake? Can we look at this lake on Google Earth? What are we talking? Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. It's just like, boy, Frank is really into this freaking let's go catch a few day, but now I kind of understand why.
Like when we were the first time I came down and we were sitting in the restaurant having a sandwich and a beer. And the clock is ticking and we're in the middle of winter and the clock is ticking and you go, hey, let's go fishing for an hour. And I'm like, remember that?
Yeah. But down here, I mean, that the witching hour for the crappie is between 11 and 3.
Yeah. And
so literally the entire deal is 4 hours. So you could go get lunch. You can have it.
Right. And so I'm like, the minute you said that, my brain starts going, holy shit, what am I going to bring with me? What am I going to have? And
I'm like, nothing, because you don't have the crappie. I mean, like, I'm nothing.
Yeah.
Just get in the boat.
Just get in the boat. Pretty
We
much.
need one rod.
And so that's how my brain works. So, and Frankie will attest to this, because like I'm like, we'll just fish out of my boat, and all you got to do is bring rods, because I have everything. Yeah, you know what I mean? I have everything. And he's like, you never fish with me. You never want to fish out of my boat. And I go, oh God, that's not it. I'm just so stuck in. I'm so stuck in that I know that if I need something, I have it in my boat. And if I don't bring something with me and the pattern is not what we expect it to be, that I can't make that adjustment. And then I'm going to be fishing with the mindset that I might catch one, I might not catch one. You know what I mean? So that's my problem. And it's a problem. It's a problem.
I'll tell you what. I by no means think I have it all figured out, but at 41 years old, I have had several very like moments of clarity where I'm like, this is how I'll be till I die. Like, this is like this little quirk about me, or this thing that bothers me, or this thing that I like to do. Like, it's so like ingrained at me at this point. Like, I've always, you're always like, oh, I'll figure that out later once I get my shit together or something. But like, I've had, like, the older you get, the more I have those moments where I'm like, no, this is how I am. Like this, I will always do things this way, or this will always bug the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Or this is like a little quirk that, like, it's going to be my quirk for as long as I'm quirking.
Yeah, 100%. And
there's nothing wrong with that. I think everybody has that same thing.
Yeah, and I'm a little older than you, and I have my quirks too. And
like, you won't stay at my house. I got a spare guest bedroom that I've had everyone in the damn industry stay at when we go fishing. You stay at the freaking hotel.
Yeah,
a quarter mile down the road.
Yeah, that's just one of my things, man. I don't want to be an imposition, and I mean. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. But we all have our quirks.
Meanwhile, Juice comes in here for half an hour, and it's like he's lived here for 3 months. Uses the crapper, goes through my tackle. We cook lunch, everything. It's like a tornado every time.
I know. I've actually witnessed that in person. He comes in, he just starts ripping through your cabinets. I need this. We got to have that. We got to do this. Oh, that's great, dude. That is so great. But you were complaining about 2 inches of snow, and I'm just like, holy shit, dude. You don't even know what snow is.
All right, let's talk about that. So we were going to talk about that, and remember, we got some more people in here. We got a lot of W's in the chats. We got a lot of the chat is going, because at the end of the show, we will be doing the old random finger scroll. I know when Rich Lingren from Hellabass watches this, every single time he goes, that there's like an app that you can literally just put everyone's in and it random generates it. I can't figure it out. So we just go up and down until
and then I say stop.
Yeah, we got some more time. So I love the comments. The comments are literally rolling through. So just keep leaving comments, and then someone in that will win a $50 Lurenet code. That I will email to you. I actually have the code. I can email it directly to you after the show. And then also,
and it's good immediately too.
Yeah, it's good immediately. Also, remember, if you're listening to this in the replay, leave a comment on this show through on YouTube through December 17th. You'll be entered to randomly be selected to win one. And then if you're listening on iTunes, Spotify, any of the MP3 platforms, leave a review and a ranking, and your screen name on that will be entered. And if you've already done that and you have a show idea, you can email the show idea with your name to matt@basszone.com, and you'll be entered that way.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll
be
fun.
December 17th, as a thank you for BTL being voted the top podcast by listeners and viewers in 2025.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
All right, let's talk snow.
Okay, so where I live, because I'm really close to the lake, I'm probably 7 miles to the lake. from where I live. So everything since I was a child growing up to the present day, it's always lake effect snow, lake effect snow. That's all. It's all we've ever heard. I grew up knowing no different. All I grew up knowing is that we got a pile of snow. That's what I know. So I'm going to tell you guys how lake effect snow forms. And generally speaking, it takes a fairly large body of water to make a difference with your snowfall. So here's how it forms. So when the lake is not frozen and the air moves over the lake, it picks up the moisture, it picks up the warmerness of the lake. Now, the reality of it is we're not talking about, a 70-degree body of water. We're talking about, 38 to 40-degree water temps. As the systems move over the lake, it picks up all this heat, all this moisture. Well, then what happens is, as this moves over the land, when it gets far enough away from the lake, it freezes and it turns to snow over the land. Now, depending on what the wind direction is, depends on where the snow dumps. Okay, but the weird thing about how it goes is the systems they're lateral. So literally, I could get 10 inches of snow here, and literally 25 minutes down the way, they get no snow. And when I used to live right on Lake Erie, like I could walk out my front door and the lake was right there. Okay, we almost never got snow. The only time we would get snow, all right, is if the snow was coming, if the front was coming from the south to the lake, and it would dump on us before it even touched the lake, or if half the lake was frozen and it would pick up the moisture in the unfrozen part of the lake and then dump it on the shoreline where we live. So that's kind of how it is. So basically the lake water acts like a huge burner almost.
That's what this that I found. This is correct, right?
Oh yeah, that's 100% correct. So in your, I'll just talk off of your map because that's better than what I got. So depending on the wind direction, the intensity of the wind depends on how close to the lake the snow's going to drop. Usually what I've been seeing my entire life is it's usually that 2 to 4 mile range is where it just dumps on the ground, and beyond, depending on the wind. So that where it shows the snow on your map, okay, that could be a 10-mile area.
That's your house. There's Frank's house right there, filled with crankbaits and dreams.
Yeah, like crankbaits and frozen dreams. But I'll tell you what, you could skip a crankbait a mile on the ice, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got the snow, you've got the lake effect, but here's my thing. Yesterday, I didn't know it was supposed to snow today. Yesterday, I had one of the most electric days of crappie fishing that I've ever had in my life. And I was by myself. I filmed it. We're doing a CTL show about it. I also needed some fish for the freezer. And I went to a lake that usually it's a 10 to 15 bite deal. Good fish, right? But not a lot. I bet I caught 60 over 14 inches yesterday.
Yeah,
and
money, dude, epic.
But then I wake up this morning to 3 inches of snow, so there's obviously a barometric pressure thing there. But I've also seen a lot, and I've only done it once, but I have seen a lot of guys absolutely maul them in snowstorms. Is there any difference between a rainstorm and a snowstorm, in your opinion, to the bass, or is it the pressure drop that is the same thing as rain and snow, or is there something special, especially on like the power plant lakes and stuff? Like guys like have magic days when it starts snowing, and and it's cold out. So what are your thoughts on being on the water? Obviously, we've done multiple safety shows. Go back and watch those. We're not just recommending that you willy-nilly head out 70 miles an hour in a blizzard, but let's say you've got all your ducks in a row and it starts snowing. What are your thoughts on snowstorm bassing?
Absolutely plaster them. Some of my best winter days have been in blizzards, without a doubt. I think it's just like when the rains come, the only difference is you don't get wet. The problem is, like, I've had days where I've been fishing in the snowstorms where I literally had to scoop the snow off the decks of my boat because it would be gunnel to gunnel full of snow, just covered. And I've done it, steelhead fishing and salmon fishing. I've done it bass fishing. For whatever the reason, like here, I'll tell you a story. This is true too. I had an outdoor writer that lived east of me, about I'll say 2 hours, but it's probably under 2 hours east of me. And he needed to do a winter piece for Bassmasters. And I said, okay, I'll buy you the 1-day license. Meet me at this place at this time. We're going to plaster them. So I wake up in the morning and it is snowing like a banshee out. We probably got 4 or 5 inches of snow overnight, more coming. And I'm up early because I got to shovel all the snow off the cover of my boat. I got to get all the snow off the cover of my boat, get it uncovered, make sure I can get out of the driveway. I got a lot to do to go. So I'm up early and it's snowing and I'm doing all this and I'm getting everything ready. And I hop in the car and I go. And I gotta drive, he's gotta drive, and I'm going to meet him there. I'm literally almost there and I don't hear a word from him. And I'm like, he's traveling through the heart of the snow belt. I better call him, make sure he's okay. So I call him and he hasn't even left the house. He's like, I'm not coming. It's snowing too much. I'm not coming. And I, at first, got unruly upset because I'm like, I didn't have to go through all of this. And I'm already at the ramp. And I didn't have to go through all of this. And I'm shoveling the snow off the ramp. I'm doing all the... Anyhow, I'm like, well, I might as well just go home. And then I'm like, no. I'm going fishing. I'm here. I'm fishing. And so here's how it went down. I literally launched the boat, went to the first place that I know they winter in, guaranteed for sure, and pick up a crankbait. I was throwing a fat-free shad number 6 and a fat-free shad number 5. Okay.
Old school.
And I'm paralleling what it is. What I was fishing was, it was a barge dredge. And so what they did in this one pocket arm is they dredged it down to about 8 feet. It came out about 10 feet, and then it dredged down to about 15 or 20. So it was literally a perfect stair step. What I found in the warmer months when I would fish this place is that they had old wooden mooring buoys that the barges would tie off to that were snapped off below the water line. And so these mooring buoys would go from about 5 feet from the surface, because they were gone, all the way down to the bottom. And so I had the stair step that came out. As it dropped down, you had the mooring buoys standing up. And the bass would pile in there in the wintertime because there was a lot of current, and this was out of the current. And so the largemouth would literally, like, it was unbelievable. So I go in there and the sky, I wish I had the pictures. I had pictures of this, but my old computer got a virus and I lost everything. The sky was literally black, gray, purple, and the snowflakes were the size of golf balls, and the wind stopped entirely, and all this snow was falling down, and it was dead silent. It was silent outside. And I pulled up
Insulated.
Dude, it was unbelievable. And I pull up and I got my boat in position where I can.
It froze on us. We got
Am I
frozen.
back?
You're back.
I'm back.
Yeah, you just pulled up to the spot and got your boat in position.
Yeah, so I make the cast, and at first cast, boom, I got one. I sat there for 2 hours and absolutely plastered them. Like it was ludicrous. And the zebra mussels, sometimes when I would hit the side of those freaking poles, my line would just break because of the zebra mussels. I went through literally a half a dozen crankbaits, and I don't even know how many I caught. And it was one of the funnest days I've ever had. And it was snowing so hard that my entire boat was covered with snow fishing. And when I went back to the ramp, it was the funniest thing ever because I looked like an iceberg coming across, going back to the ramp, just with mounds of snow on the boat. But it was a blast, and I've done it tons of times in the winter on a million different places up here because we get a lot of snow, and it just seems like, man, when it snows, they crush. And here's the thing that I found out. The less wind it is when it's snowing, the better the bite is.
Interesting.
When it's blowing like a hurricane, everything becomes more difficult.
Doesn't the snow make the water? So I was talking with you about my water temp. It was 47 yesterday, but I didn't add in a couple inches of snow. Does a couple inches of snow on the lake just plummet in water temps? I mean, is that like putting ice cubes in a drink? Is snow on the lake?
Yeah, so here's the reality of this. So most of your lake temperature in the winter is about 38 degrees. When you get readings of 35 degrees, you're only reading the surface of it. The whole lake cannot get to freezing. It's impossible. It would be a solid chunk of ice. So it's only the surface layer. So what happens is when you have no wind at night and it's freezing out, you have no wind at night, you'll get a thin glazed layer of ice on the lake. Well, once the whole lake locks in with a thin layer of ice, and it could be a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch of ice, no big deal, right? Once that locks in, the freezing process begins. And so then if you have weather below freezing, below 32 degrees, you could literally start to make a 1/2 inch of ice a night. And so what happens is once the thicker the ice gets, the more ice that forms. And so you'll see that ice will start in the shallow pockets and gradually start to creep across the lake. So what happens is, like when we busted ice last year when I was down there. So what happens is when you drive your boat and you idle around and start busting ice, all right, you're mixing that 38-degree water temperature around. So the ice melts because it's below freezing. It's above freezing. The ice melts. Well, the process has to begin all over again. And it's not an instantaneous process. So you could literally open water that way. You could go out in the morning, and if there's an area you want to fish and it's glazed over, you can idle around over it, bust all the ice up, go somewhere else for a while, come back, and that'll be wide open. That's the principle of how it works. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. There's a lot more guys fishing now in the winter than say 9 years ago. 9 years ago when I'd go out, I'd be the only moron. Well, me and 2 other guys would be the only morons out there. And it was a lot of fun because never had to worry about another boat ever. Now it's not quite like that. We get a lot more wintertime fishing pressure now than we ever have. But you know, there's risks involved. I mean, my boat's never winterized. It's always outside, which could be problematic if I don't take care of things. Like one of the tricks, if you have to store your boat outside in the wintertime and you go fishing and it's snowing out, your boat's going to be soaking wet by the time you get home. So I roll up towels and I open up all my compartment lids and I put a couple towels down and close the lids so they don't shut all the way. Because if they shut all the way, your carpet's going to freeze around the edges and you won't be able to open them again. So there's little tricks to do to take care of your stuff in the winter. The other thing I do in the winter is I take my graphs off and bring them inside, and I take my tackle out and bring it inside.
Do you want to see the most disgusting video that I think has ever been made?
Okay. Am I in it?
No, but this will just really grind your gears. I think it's okay to show this. I know this is going to cause you great harm, but I did find a video, tips for jet skiing through winter.
Just doing a short video about jet skiing in the winter. Quite often asked.
Did you know that exists?
Yeah, because I was out last week and there was some bonehead jet skiing on the lake I was on, and I couldn't believe it.
I mean, this guy did a whole video on how to jet ski in the winter.
The first thing you want to be thinking about is what is the weather doing in your local area before you.
Doesn't that just chap your ass, grind your gears?
Yeah, it does. Because that's all I want to do is go out in the dead of winter and see one of them boneheads running around. Even though I did like a week and a half ago.
Yeah, they say it's one of the fastest growing sports in Ohio is winter jet skiing.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, this guy, look, he's saying, "Hey, here's some apparel that you can put on."
Oh yeah, they got it all down.
Nick, report this video. Offensive material.
That's so funny. It is offensive. By gosh.
Oh,
no, man.
The other thing that's funny is the sunglasses he's suggesting. The thick white Oakleys.
Oh gosh.
Man.
That's just, why did you show me that, dude?
I don't know. Is that a new fear unlocked?
Yeah, well, I told you I was out about a week and a half ago, and there was some dude.
That's like no one ever thinks about it until the first snake crawls through the sewer up the crapper, and then every time you go, all you're thinking about is
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I think I do. I
remember when I watched that first video, I was like, man, I tend to linger. I'm not lingering anymore.
There'll be no more reading on the commode.
Yeah, you've been out for 40 years just loving winter fishing, and now new fear unlocked.
Oh yeah, dude. Of course they'll break the ice up for you. I was fishing with a buddy of mine. We were fishing in Columbus one winter, and I think it was Alum Creek maybe, and the ramp area was open, and there was big swaths of ice in the lake, but the ramp area was open, so we didn't have to bust ice getting out. And so we launched the boat, and we were vertical jigging spoons on the river channel edge. We launched the boat, and I go ripping down the lake, dude. And I mean, the boat's aired out. You know how they get when they get on top, they get light and goofy, and it's aired out, and I'm flying down this lake. And of course, we're all bundled up and stuff, and it's freezing cold. All of a sudden, the boat starts getting like I've never experienced a bass boat before. It is like I am freewheeling, dude. This boat is all over the place.
A little squirrely is how the old timers would say that the boat it was strung out and it got a little squirrely.
It got goofy on me. Well, dude, when I realized I was carving through the ice, I hit a patch of ice that was super thick, and the only thing that was only track you could see through the ice was my, basically the lower unit and just a little within the boat where the pad was crashing through the ice. And when I shut the boat down, we turned around and looked, and I had literally carved a channel through this thick layer of ice going about 70. And we shut the boat down, and I said, "Can we think we could start pushing that? We could open the whole thing up." And so we got push poles out, and he was on the front deck with the push poles, and I was with the outboard. Whoa, whoa, he'd hook the ice, and we were pushing this giant out of the way, this giant piece of ice out of the way. And I had pictures of this. We're fishing in the spot that we opened up. We're vertical fishing spoons. And all of a sudden, dude, all these ducks come and they're walking on the ice, and they walk on the ice right up to us, and they're standing on the ice, and we're like in this canal I made, fishing in this canal. And it was unbelievable. And I had pictures of it. And we didn't catch any bass that day. We caught crappies, but we didn't catch any bass. But it was so funny, man. That was so dumb. I was ripping it, man. You should never rip it in the wintertime.
Yeah, I've only driven through it one time like that, and it was on Grand. Clay is asking about ice houses, dude. I watch, like, one of the things I love watching during the wintertime is Fishing More and Sobeys Ice House Adventures. So, like, literally up there in Minnesota, or it kind of depends on where it is, but there's entire companies that have like finished out mobile homes with holes cut in the floor, and they literally take it out on the lake, and you drive your truck up next to it, and it's like you're in a hotel room. It's got, a generator, heater, Wi-Fi, beds, and
Frankie did that. Frankie went
and you stay you stay in the dang things, and then there's like holes cut, and what they do, it's the wildest thing. They'll have a 70-inch big screen TV that they'll hook up to their live scope and aqua views. So they'll have a split. They'll have two. I mean, you have to go Google this stuff. It's freaking fantastic on YouTube. So you have a 70-inch screen that's your aqua view, a 70-inch screen that's your live scope, and you're sitting in there, with some Earl of Grey tea on the stove
and shorts and a t-shirt.
And a t-shirt, catching walleye.
Yeah. I mean, that's a different way to do it. That's for sure. That's a different way. Yeah, Frankie did that, man. He said it was a ball bust.
Yeah.
They crushed them too. They crushed them.
They call them ice castles or ice houses, yeah.
But yeah, holy smoke.
You can look it up. So Fishing More, FISHNMORE, I believe is how it is. His name's Murray. I think he's a YouTuber out of Minnesota, and he does that all winter. That's what he does. I think that he probably gets the ice house. They probably let him use it for free to say, always like, oh, I'm out here on so-and-so lake, and look at this ice house, and there's a porta potty right outside. And
yeah, and you guys, in the wintertime, you got to remember something. When you have stable conditions for a while in the wintertime, you could literally catch bass on the bank. They will move shallow again.
Yeah.
So you got to keep this in your back pocket, because fishing patterns are fishing patterns, and everything's predicated on the weather and stability. When the lake freezes, that's the most stable time of the year it is, once the lakes freeze over. So
let me ask you something about this. I felt like $1 million yesterday when this cold front started coming in. I got the worst case of allergies. It feels like hay fever. I was on the phone with you. I mean, sneezing. I got the watery eyes today. I mean, I got the allergy stuff in. I've got the throat. I mean, I feel like a Mack truck hit me, but it's not sick. I know it's allergies because I probably sneezed 1 million times. I got that head fog. I've never associated it with wintertime, but man, something came in that knocked me out.
Yeah, I couldn't even talk on that because I have no clue. All I know is that I'll be in a perpetual state of runny noses, and from now until spring. And I don't know what the hell. And it's not a cold. It's just the way it is.
All right. Before we wrap things up, one more time. As of 9:32 a.m. on December 4th, 2025, the
Signature.
blue truce orange 600 numbered, whatever you get numbered. Bandit 200 is in stock.
Yeah, man. They got other stuff going on that website too. I got
look at it, but here I make sure. So
I got on the
BTL 25.
Yeah, BTL 25. I got on this morning before I called you and got some because I forgot today was the drop. And then this morning getting ready, I got some DMs from some of you guys and you're like, yeah, look, I already got mine. And I'm like, oh my God, they're out. I got to get them before everybody, before they're gone.
Do you know anything about this bass crate that's $15.59?
I have no idea.
It's
See,
got
I'm in the loop.
a Bandit 100, a Baby Boo jig, a Yum Thumpin' Dinger, a pack of Pulse minnows, some 5-inch dingers, some Christie craws, some wide gap hooks, and some bullet weights for $15.59.
Oh, nice.
That sounds like
1/4 ounce weights too, which is
that sounds like everything you need to, like, you got a kid who's wants to get into pond fishing or something. There you go.
Yeah, that's pretty money.
What else are we working with here? We've got the November, December Bank and Creek kit. That's the winter crappie kit.
Those kits are doing good, man. You know, I mean, the crappie kit's probably going to be gone like in a minute, but they're doing pretty good.
Yeah,
that was a smart play, I think.
Oh, there's still a blowout lure sale going on, 50%. Yeah. Now the code doesn't work on it here. Let me get this code.
It may. Try it anyway. Who cares?
Oh yeah, good point.
I put that code on everything. I put that on everything.
Man,
hey, go. Do me a favor, Matt. Go to the suspending long A. Oh, you keep going right there above, right there. Click on it. What colors do they have available in that?
Well, this is just the pewter pearl.
Okay.
That's a pretty badass color. That's like ghost minnow.
Yeah, it's a good color.
But they have other all these other colors available.
Suspending or floating?
I don't know. You have to get on there and look.
I know.
This is the first time I've seen this.
I'm letting you do my shopping for me.
I don't see the word suspending in any of these.
All right.
That's $4.99 for the. Oh, look at these.
Oh,
that's a good deal. The one knockers in Toledo Gold, Ghost Red Craw, Copper Shiner, $5.99 instead of $9.
Oh, dude, they got Royal Shad.
Where? Right.
The purple one. Oh my gosh, that's such a good color.
Royal Shad in the 1/4, 1/2, and 3/4 ounce.
Oh my God. Okay.
For $5.99.
I'm taking notes right now because
you work for the company, Frank. Just call someone and be like, "Hey, I need a 1/2 Royal Shad."
I'm trying to tell you, it doesn't work that way.
I just don't think you've ever tried it.
Oh no, I have tried. Yeah, Royal Shad's that's so money, dude.
I feel like you need an agent for the next contract, and his only goal is to get
free lures.
Free lures.
No.
He needs to negotiate a lure budget.
Remember our drift sock show?
Yes. Is that a good deal? Oh, they're half off.
Yeah, that's a very good deal.
Which one would you get, a 48 or a 60-inch?
I'd get a 60.
So the Lindy Mag Series drift sock, normally $129, now $69.99.
Actually, I'd get both. I'd get the 40 and the 60 because you could use them in tandem.
For the drifter in your life this holiday season, there's the Lindy Magnum series.
Yeah, I'm a drifter. But yeah, no, you know what?
How sick would it be if you custom, like you design the fabric on the outside and it would be like the Frank Scalish signature drift sock?
I would do water camo right now. I would do a water
camo.
Oh,
that would be so
now.
filthy.
Yeah. Here's the deal. Okay. I'm not selling drift socks but I'm going to talk about this.
But I'm selling drift socks.
No. I want
know.
to talk about it. I have 2 of them in my boat at all times. Because if you're ever on big water and you lose power and it's a storm, that drift sock could save your life. Because you could deploy the drift sock on the front cleat, not the front of the boat, the front cleat. It'll angle the boat in such a way that it'll prevent the waves from breaking over your boat, and it'll slow you down enough where if you need to get rescued, you could give them a waypoint and they could come out and you'll be within vicinity of that. I always carry at least 2 drift socks in my boat. Now, true confession, I don't fish Lake Erie all the time like I used to fish Lake Erie, but you never, ever go on any of those big waters without a drift socks.
Holy smoke. Here is the Perfect 10 Rogue in First Date for $5.99.
Holy crap, dude. Yeah, see, I didn't even know this stuff was on there. So this is like I got a job to do when we get off the air.
An LG Rogue too. There's some good stuff on here. There's also some weird stuff. I still would like to see someone catch something on the perch talker.
Well, when you go up to your buddies and go ice fishing, bring 1 or 2 of those. You'd be surprised.
Dingers 239. Oh, here's a Norman Deep Tiny N and Table Rock Craw for $4.99.
Dude, that Deep Tiny N used to be. Remember when Rick Clun actually made that bait famous?
People are now just spamming comments like, "Oh, it's a great color, Frank. I like that color." They're just trying to get their comments in because they know we're fixing to.
Yeah, we're gonna do.
I know. I would do the same thing. Here's it. This is it right here. Deep Tiny N and Chrome Pumpkin Seed. Did you do that color?
I did not.
Chrome Pumpkin Seed.
I did not do that color.
For when you need your bluegill extra shiny.
When you need that bluegill to just be like a jewel.
Oh, all of the graffiti colors are half
Dude,
off.
You know, I got a whole box of the graffiti ones.
Yep, those are sick.
They're so dual purpose.
Oh, half off on the Bandit 100 Bone Craw.
Hey, Matt, what do you think about that? About that double spin for crappie?
That is a bait that I would 100% have to see in the water.
Yeah. The blades spin effortlessly.
Yeah. I like that you don't see very many spins like that. I would like to see it in extra muddy water on a vertical presentation. I think it might really draw some attention for fish that otherwise would be neutral for it. I don't see it like reeling it in. I see it as a vertical presentation with that.
I won't disagree with you, but here's one application. I was out last year and it was insanely windy. They screwed the forecast up, like of course they do. And I couldn't stay on the fish with the trolling motor. So what I did was I put out a small drift sock and drifted the little bladed jig heads with a Bobby Garland on the back of them and plastered them. Just drifting it like if you were walleye fishing. Just drifting them. So I'm just saying there's something about that.
I like it. Anyway, there's a little tab on there that says check out the 50% off stuff there. So I would.
Well, that was fun because I probably should be going through our website every day.
I do want to read this comment from JB Fishing 2129. Now, this will not impact his odds of winning the $50 gift card today, but he is entered. Said, I'll be honest, listen today for since the.
I listened to day 4 since the origination.
Yes,
has been such a blessing. Don't personally know Matt or Frank, but they are damn near family. Genuine good bass heads. Thanks, my man. I appreciate that.
JV Fishing 2129. I forgot to read in the first half of that comment. My bad.
You are fogged up, aren't you?
Yeah. If you say nice things about me and Frank in the next 2 minutes, it will double your chances of winning.
Matt's going to go through and segment out all the good comments and all the bad comments. This is
the nicest comments about us as human beings.
Yeah, this is so random. This is such random shit right now.
All right. Let me make sure you got these came through.
I sent you the codes, right?
Oh, can I peep that? Is that bullfrog highly
classified?
Yeah, it's highly classified, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. It's a Hall of Fame color for next year.
Can I
flash it?
Flash it?
Yeah, if you gotta be a flasher, flash it.
Just real quick. So I mean, this is like a year away.
Yeah, it'll be next year's Hall of Fame.
All right, let's see if this works.
I don't know. There it is. Good flash, dude. That was a flash. That's a flash in the pan.
The screen looks so dirty when I do that, but it's like the cover of the screen.
Yeah, it's because it's got anti-glare on it or something.
No, I'm not balding underneath the hat, Sean. I'm proud of my head of hair.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with balding.
I didn't say there was.
I'm just saying, guys.
Underneath the hat. I have gotten a couple. Comments. I would like honest opinion on this. So like, I've gone little facial hair. So like, it seems like all my friends really like it. Court, not a fan.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay neutral. I'm staying out of it.
What do you think? I want your honest opinion. I mean, you gotta fish with me out of my boat. If you don't want to look at this for 3 days, then speak.
I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad. I did a goat for a while, and then got rid of it because I woke up one morning and looked in the mirror and I looked just like my father and I'm like, holy shit, I'm shaving that.
Clay said it makes me look like a hillbilly. It's so bad funny. When I think I have grown a beard. It goes, Matt, are you going to try to grow a beard?
We could do that. We could do the beard competition. We could both shave on a Thursday and start it and see who gets a fuller beard first.
Every once in a while, I'll like come out of the shower, after I shave, and I'll just like have kept the just horrible mustache or something. And I'll be like, well, I've decided I'm not shaving till I make the classic.
Yeah.
And it's just like the look of like, I support this man, but my God, that could be a decade. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should try that with Rach. Like, I've decided until I catch a 7-pound bass out of Ohio, I'm not shaving.
Now,
just
dude,
to see how they
like...
respond, that will tell you how much faith and belief and trust your significant other has in your fishing ability.
I think I will look like ZZ Top by the time that happens.
I've done it with the mustache. I've done it with the goatee. I've just let it get scarred. I said, I'm not shaving until I win an open. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But then I will say this. She does always come around. It's like, hey, you do whatever you want. If you think it's going to help, I support you 100%. So.
Yeah, no, I'm a clean shaver. I like to be clean shaven. Although 5 o'clock shadow, I don't mind. It looks good. Looks rough.
Frankie's beard sounds like a harp with the wind blowing through it going down the lake.
Oh God, it's a crumb saver. Yeah, you never run out of food.
Such a thick beard. Like you could punch him, and it would be like I feel like if you tried to hit him in the jaw, it would be like a Tempur-Pedic mattress.
Yeah,
like it would just like the chin wouldn't feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it would absorb and stratify the energy. Not that I would ever try to punch Frankie in the jaw, but I'm just saying
it would diffuse impact.
Yes.
Just like my graph screen on the front of my boat did when I went to skip a jig.
Yeah.
Duck Dynasty.
All right. I'm gonna start scrolling.
All right. And I just randomly yell.
Yeah,
stop.
hold on. I got to get all the way to the top, and we've got tons of comments on here. I mean, this is one of the most. So I'm just gonna scroll down. I'm gonna look at the camera. I have no idea where we are. Stop.
Yeah. Who won?
That was it right there. Nico.
All right.
Schrometer 3288. I hear you, Frank. I'm a boater's nightmare when I pack a ride along with someone. That's a great comment.
That's a great comment.
That was at 9:05. So yeah, we got one from basically the middle of the show right there.
Oh, perfect. That's so funny. You know,
I don't know if his name is Nick Kosh Miter, or if his name is Nico Schmider. It could be
Nick. You won.
You think it's Nick Koschmider, not Nico Schmider?
I think it's Koschmider.
Nick Koschmider.
Yeah. That's if I'm a betting man, that's my bet.
Not Nico Schmider?
No.
We could be sending something over to is that the Balkans? For Norway, Finland, Sweden? Nico Schmider?
Yeah, it could be. That's excellent. That's a funny comment too, because I'm exactly that. I don't know. I lose my shit when I got a fish out of another boat. I'm yelling my name at you right now.
Wait, it is Nick.
Okay, that is excellent. You have the code, right?
Yeah. Just email me, matt@basszone.com.
That is so funny. So make sure when you give him his code, you scratch out the one you give him, so you don't send the same 3 people the same code, and then none of them are valid.
Well, here's a guy saying, "Congrats, Nick," but then I'm also seeing, "Congrats, Nico."
All right.
You're convinced it's Nick.
I'm convinced. Can't you hear him?
Sean thinks that it's Nick Koschmider, but Nico Schmieder sounds badass. I feel like that's at least a second round NHL draft pick name.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. It is a recorded show next week. I will be at Lake Backrack.
Oh, I'm so jealous, man.
It'll be fun.
It'll be so much fun.
Yeah, I can't keep this because you have to wear a buff, and there's nothing worse than scraggly chin hairs poking through a buff.
I'm staying way away from this.
This has been another edition of Day 4 with the man Frank Scalish.
You guys have been great. Thanks for voting for us, man.
Yes, thank you guys. That was fantastic. We'll talk to everyone next week. See ya.
Bye.